Well, it's 8:41 on your Friday morning. So he's one of the top students in the country, and he goes to school right here in Central Ohio. Bexley High School senior Simon Horn is one of, I believe, 2 of this year's presidential scholars. But let's see. On top of that, as he's sitting here, like getting nervous as I talk about him, he recently got perfect scores on the ACT and the SAT. No small accomplishment. He joins us now live this morning to talk about this, and I have to say something. I was checking your hands to make sure there's no evidence of like answers written on the palm or anything.
Oh no, no
that
cheating
is
today.
That is really incredible. So perfect scores on both exams. I mean, how does that even happen? Were you surprised when you got the results back?
I was. I was very surprised, and actually I didn't even really plan on taking the ACT. I didn't know. I forgot that I was signed up for it, so that was a surprise.
Oh, let me just go in and ace this too.
I was very surprised. Yeah, I definitely did not expect that.
Wow.
It was nice.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, how did you prepare for the test? Did you do the mock tests, things like that? Or?
A little bit. I got the SAT question of the day in my sent to my email, but I think a lot of what prepared me was Bexley High School does a really good job preparing you generally in English classes and math classes and everything, and for standardized tests in general, because it's just I guess I owe most of my success to my school. So
well, that's awesome. I have to say too, and we were saying like when you walked in, you were a sharp dresser on top of it all too. I mean,
thank you.
I'm just saying the ladies on the crew here were kind of looking, and we have like they always kind of talk. Oh, yeah. I always do the sock thing every day, and I kind of feel like we're kindred spirits here because you kind of have the sock thing going
liking
too.
The socks.
I like this a lot. So now, on top of all this, too, being a presidential scholar, so what does that entail?
Well, basically, the selection process, I think they invite about 4,000 people to apply, and then there's a semifinal round, and then there are 2 essentially picked from every state, plus a few extras for, most of them are from California, just because a lot of people. But I
mean, this is a big deal.
But I guess so. I get to go to Washington, D.C. this June to I guess meet, and I think there's a tour of the White House at some point. So, so yeah, I'm very excited about it, and I got to. There's also a chance for me to recognize that you have to recognize a teacher as your most influential teacher. So my teacher, Mr. Michael Featherstone, I recognized him as, and he was actually invited to come with me, but unfortunately he can't. But, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's very, very cool. Well, congratulations on all of that. Now, one thing that kind of like stood out to me that I could really relate to. You're doing like all these amazing accomplishments while dealing with an illness?
Yeah. Last year I was diagnosed with testicular cancer, so I was treated for that over most of last summer. So that was
around the same time then you were preparing for these tests.
Yeah, actually the same time, and while I was applying for college and all that. So it was. There was a lot on my plate, I guess, last year. But
well, how are your treatments going? How are you feeling?
I've been cured for several months now. My last treatment was last August. So, and I'm lucky to have my brother actually had the same cancer that I did the year before, and we're both very lucky. It's a very treatable cancer. So we both had. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, so I have to ask you this now. So college?
Yeah, college. I'm going to Yale University next year. I'm very excited about it.
And do you have an idea what you're going to study?
Sort of. I know I want to study something in the humanities, and that's the influence of my history teacher there and my dad, who's a college professor, but and in the humanities. But I don't know, maybe history, languages. I don't know yet. But
wow,
hopefully I'll have some time to figure it out.
Well, Simon Horn, I have to say, first of all, I mean, after going from stories about like the Kardashians and stuff like that to somebody who honestly really is a great role model and somebody that people could really look up to. Congratulations and best wishes for future success.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you coming in to share your story with us this morning.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.